see clearly, everything has come to life. Bitter place and a broken dream. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Ren Chavez. I am coming at you today with the VeVe, OMI, Devi, Definity, daCAT, Shiro, SUI Pokémon update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. A bit to go over today. I was able to go live for a little bit yesterday before the OMI is my homie show. However, I did really only get through the day before news and a little bit of yesterday morning's news. So we do have a bit to go over, and most of it was really about the OMI to NFT announcement. The OMI to NFT announcement had a it left us with a couple of days to kind of process for people to make some moves. I don't know if I told you guys, there's a buddy of mine that bought about 20 million OMI a couple of years ago when it was a bit more expensive. And then he had a, didn't buy anything for years. And as of last week, he had about 350 million OMI because he asked me like 10 days ago, what do you think? I told him exactly what I think, and my three main bags, my other smaller bags, and all that. And he loaded up that OMI truck, and he had 350 million. Then I talked to him earlier today, and I was like, hey, or he had said that, hey, I'm up to like 380. I was like, oh, okay. He bought another 30 million. Awesome. I told him about a buddy of mine who just sold their house and got a little bit more Devi, got a little bit more definitive. Actually, she has more Devi than I do now. And then I told him that she had like 100 million. Like she same as him. She had like 20. Bought a little bit more down here. Now she has 100 million. And then he's just like, ain't nobody gonna catch me. And then now he's up to over 400 million. It's like 404, 405, something like that. So people do be buying. However, there just appears to be, for OMI anyway, a lot of delayed reactions here because you don't really have. I mean, it's up 3% on that. Now, granted, it was up like 4% yesterday. It's up 3% today. So and some of that was done actually just recently. That was just done just now. Got just that wicked bar there, and then a little bit of selling there too. I'm not sure what caused people to do that. Only 1.8 million in volume, which again, you typically have 1 to 2 million in volume anyway. So it's not like it's one thing if Devi does 1.8 million because it usually has like 300 to 600,000, give or take. But with OMI, 1.8 million isn't really that special because that's just what it's been doing for about 2 months now. If it did like 3 or 4 million, again, it would go up. But a lot of the news that had happened, especially even the OMI to NFT stuff, which again we've had for a while. We've had the ability to buy a decent amount of licenses, but it seems that they're just going to give us every license over on the 28th, which is fine. But that really only affects some of the people that are here. However, you are going to have some ETH whales that are going to be like, oh, actually, it seems like it's going to be easy for me to go in and buy some of this Marvel and Disney NFTs. So they probably will. Are they all going to come at once? No. Again, ETH is still at a price where, despite it being up like crazy, I mean, it was down to like what, 1380 a couple days ago, and it was over 1800 yesterday. Despite that recent uptick, there's a lot of people that kind of bought it like 3,000. Like there's a lot of people that followed Eric Trump, where it's just like ETH is a really good price to buy at 3,000, and then obviously it like crashed from there. So people feel a little salty about that, and I don't think people are really going to swap a lot of ETH for stuff when it's still at these like kind of low prices. And maybe they will. Maybe there'll be a couple of people that, but it's just part of the reason why you didn't have as big of a uptick as like you could have in 2021 is just that you couldn't, like at any of these licenses, you couldn't use crypto with, not even OMI. Obviously now over the last like year or so, we've had the ability to use OMI to buy a couple of these licenses. DC stuff, you buy anything on VeVe, and there's, or anything VeVe related as far as like VeVe logos and stuff, the Komi Secret logos, and again, DC had a Powerpuff Girls, you had all this. I think the Tokidoki stuff, which is cool. However, you know, that been in a bear market. Now that we're finally kind of in this bull market, people are probably going to take their ETH to swap to OMI to get some of these things, but it's probably going to take a while. Like it's, I know certain people. What's up, Wes? Thanks for being a member. And why is OMI price not going up? It just, you need a lot of attention on it. All of the stuff that they're doing is fantastic, but it just doesn't grab people's attention because it's within the community, and until either the narrative comes back or you know, they really step on the gas on the affiliate program or the market. I mean, again, I trust Ben. He'll do whatever is necessary, because again, that's part of how he gets compensated, is by getting a lot of people on the app. So again, I'm going to trust him to do what benefits him, obviously for the company, but what benefits the company does benefit Ben in multiple ways. One, because he's part owner, and two, because he's, again, that's his compensation package, or at least part of it. So it'll happen at some point. And again, I told my guy today, I was like, hey, should probably get a little more DEVVE or Definity, because he's really heavy on OMI now, like 405 million, whatever it is. So yeah, anyway, let's get to how's the rest of the market doing. So we just went over OMI. I mean, Bitcoin's flat on the Bitcoin was ripping yesterday. We went up to like 94,000, 94.3 earlier today. And yeah, ETH, even though ETH is still, it's like 1795 now, it had reached 1815. So we had a nice, I mean, today's pretty flat for everyone. So I'm pretty okay with that, just because the fact that SUI is actually up 10%. Nothing else, I think, aside from SUI is up or down more than 10. Oh, actually, Trump coin. I'm sorry. Trump coin be up 44% on the day. Why? Because Trump had said, hey, the top 220 holders of my Trump token coin is going to be able to be at Mar-a-Lago with me, or at least he said dinner. I don't know if it's going to be specifically at Mar-a-Lago. You know, you're to, I have a X post that I want to read to you guys real quick before I get into some of the rest of the news. There's the Shiro stuff. Okay. 2 days ago, if you were to ask me what I thought of the Trump token, I would have said, it'll likely get kicked out of the top 100 soon, because it was headed that way. A lot of people really blaming Trump for just the horrendousness that crypto has gone through. Again, it was $108,000. Bitcoin was $108,000 the day Trump took office, and it's been nothing but downhill since. Now, obviously, over the last couple of days or a couple of weeks, mega rally. Went down to like 74-ish, and again, just absolute mega rally. How much of that is because, well, you have a lot of these countries that are coming to the US and are currently making deals, and that 90-day reprieve that he gave for tariffs, that's not like for fun, that's not like for health, that's just for like, hey, this gives him a chance to go in and to get a lot of these deals done, or as many as he can. They might have had like, you know, a couple of deals actually inked and go through by now, but get as many of those done. And the more deals that he gets done, the better leverage position that he's in for China. And now I guess Russia and Ukraine are pretty close to a deal as well. Like, so it's all happening all at once. Anyway, I said, then this morning, real Donald Trump announced that the top 200, I said 250, I think it's 220 holders of the token would get to have dinner with him. And again, it just absolutely went to the moon. So aside from SUI and Trump, nothing else in the top 100 is in that plus or minus 10% rate, which is fine. You can't expect to, Jasmine Coin's actually up 13%, but you can't expect to run like you did yesterday and then do it again today. Like, do those things happen? Absolutely. But, you know, we went from very bearish to pretty bullish really quickly. So anyway, let's get to a couple of these more. Steve Cannon said, oh, Steve Cannon. So I told him to come over today, and I will get to Devi, Definity, daCAT here. I will get to all of that. I do want to go over SUI, though. And I've had a lot of people ask me about the token for quite a while now. Let's see where, and they've been talking probably for about a year. And now, granted, from a year ago, let's say we're April, was $1.17. Yeah, so you've like 2.5 extra money at this point if you had gotten in a year ago. However, again, because of the Trump effect, it had pumped up to actually like $5, actually 5.24, actually 5.25. But then again, once Trump took office, it had gone down even to like a dollar. It had gone down to like $1.79. But again, that's just the last 3 months or 4 months outside of last week, just been horrendous. Oh shoot. Okay. Fudge. Oh my god. All right. Was gonna ask about the. All right. So, not Mr. MC1. Comics and Crypto has a bounty out for. Let me see where it is. Oh my gosh, where is it? They have a bounty out for the remaining supply of Marvel's X-Men #2. They were supposed to start burning at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but they did not. They did not do that. And the reason I know is because I bought some literally like 30 minutes ago, like a few minutes before we. And the reason why I brought this up is because Comics and Crypto has a $2,000 bounty on the mint number 1963. So I bought a couple of these already today, just kind of trying to see if I can get that mint. It was over in March. Yeah, so they should have started burning at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They did not. They or maybe they started burning, but now it doesn't seem like you can buy anymore. Yeah, you can't. They just burned it all. Was gonna tell you that they didn't start the burn at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I bought a few more. Oh my gosh, more. No luck. They just burned the rest though. Sorry for your bounty. Yeah, sorry for his bounty. But anyway, I think that's why that had VeVe made a decent amount today, because people were trying to go in and collect that bounty. Anyway, going back to SUI here. The reason why I don't really get much of the top 100 or anything. The only times where I'd gotten any of the top 100 was really Flow. And most of that really is my network that got a lot of it. And Flow is just, it's super safe, super easy. Flow's not in the top 100 anymore. It's just super accessible. And again, when the Dapper Labs lawsuit kind of ended, I expected them to kind of go up a bit. They have not. It has been hard times for the Flow token. I think my DCA on them is like 75 cents, and it's like 39 cents now. Granted, I started buying at like $1. I have a few buys at like $1.30, and I have a good amount of buys at like 50 cents, give or take. Granted, this was down to 31 cents the other day, but yeah, it's not had a good time. These are one of those things, when that narrative does hit, though. This used to be kind of tracked to what Bitcoin does. And again, after that lawsuit, I did expect it to go up. Again, has done nothing but gone down. That's just a short-term thing, though. Anyway, the reason why I bring this up and talking about SUI is that, again, if you would buy this last year, you'd have 2.5 extra money this time last year. If you were to buy it, right before the Trump presidency, it kind of cut in half. Not cut in half, down like 40%. I think that this will go. I mean, it's already. Yeah, it's already at almost a $10 billion market cap, fully diluted. It's almost 30 billion. And sure, this could go. It could do like a 5x. It could do a 10x. 10x is a lot. That'd be 300 billion. Fully diluted. I mean, let's say it can, though. Even from here, obviously the bottom in this last couple months would have been $1.79. You'd be up $1 on it, or more than $1 on it, because it's $2.95 now. But it's just that we're kind of really pushing it if it can do like a 10x. However, that was before today. And today we have a couple of things to go over for SUI. And it is, well, let me read a couple of tweets here. You have ABC Boy. ABC Boy over on X is really not a big account at all. Only has 1,662 followers. And his bio says, I tweet about random Pokemon things I discover while working on Bulbapedia. What is Bulbapedia? Bulbapedia is the Wikipedia for Pokemon. 98% of 98 to 99% of Pokemon related things are on Bulbapedia. And my knowledge is probably at the top of the mountain, cannot be surpassed in the first 2 generations or in a bunch of the WotC cards, specifically Gym Challenge. And I still probably, I know maybe 80% to 90% of what Bulbapedia knows in the stuff that I specialize in. Now, granted, there's probably a couple things that I know that Bulbapedia doesn't, because again, it's mostly a lot with the games, but this person does their research. This person, if you're working on or at Bulbapedia, you know your shit when it comes to Pokemon. I would love to get this dude on the podcast. Why I bring it up, because he goes on to say, with today's Pokemon Home update, the privacy policy was updated, including the addition of an additional developer, Parasol Technologies, LLC, aka Parasol.xyz, that they appear to be involved in NFTs and blockchain. So they were likely brought on for the new metals feature. Now, when you go to their website of the Parasol.xyz, they, unstoppable games on SUI. Okay, well, what is it about gaming on SUI? What do they do? Well, you can integrate your game that's already existing. Like, you don't have to go in and like, let's say you're building a house and you're just like, okay, I built this house, but now I want this stuff in it. Okay, now you got to tear the house down and build this stuff in. Like, that's not what they do. They are going in and saying, like, if you already have something built, we can integrate it with the blockchain and you don't have to start from scratch. Really nice, really cool. So he says Parasol is apparently a team of Japanese and American gaming experts and was acquired by Miston Labs in March. So if you go over to Miston Labs, they acquired Web3 gaming infrastructure startup Parasol. Now, Miston Labs is the original contributor to SUI, the only blockchain built for mass adoption. You could tell what this article is written by. Today announced the acquisition of Parasol, a team of Japanese and American gaming experts with decades of experience in inventing, building, and shipping category-defining gaming hardware and software. Parasol, an end-to-end platform enabling developers to seamlessly integrate blockchain infrastructure into their games, will be bringing the substantial lineup of gaming partners to SUI. By offering simple-to-use REST APIs, Parasol allows developers to implement functionalities such as in-game item tokenization, marketplaces, and on-chain gameplay without compromising game quality. Now, exclusively on SUI, Parasol's mission is to connect the world through immersive entertainment, empowering storytellers to create rich, emotive narratives. We've been watching SUI's constant innovation and evolution since mainnet's launch, and now, thanks to Miston's leadership and resources, we're poised to supercharge the growth of SUI gaming ecosystem, said Kai Chen, who's the CEO of Parasol. Together, we'll enable developers to bring innovative, high-quality gaming experiences to life. Parasol's acquisition in the latest commitment to Web3 powered gaming from Miston Labs, which supports a wide variety of games, including flagship AAA X Society, spelled with an X. In partnership with Playtron OS, Miston Labs is developing a forthcoming SUI Play OX1, the first hardware device capable of playing Web 2 and Web 3 powered games. Team at Parasol will significantly expand the reach of SUI gaming ecosystem, and they're bringing with them an established network of top-tier gaming partners, said Evan Chang, as the CEO and co-founder of Miston Labs. Stay tuned. We'll be able to share more about these partners very soon. I can't wait for everyone to see what we've been working on. Now, weirdly, Parasol is only included in the English, Spanish, French, German, and Italian translations of the new privacy policy. The Japanese, Korean, and Chinese versions still only mention ILCA and the Pokémon Works. Then you have Kotaro. Kotaro has 13,000 followers over on X. He had requoted this and says, wait, if you're saying that what I think this is, Parasol Technologies LLC is mentioned as a developer with Pokemon Home. Parasol was recently acquired by Miston Labs. Does that mean that Pokemon is using SUI? As a diehard Pokemon fan, this is insanely bullish if true. And yeah, what are the other questions that you could ask? What type of partnership is this? If you go super bullish on this, Did Pokemon strike a deal with them so they can get Pokemon NFTs on the blockchain? And then you can go super not bullish with this, as in like, okay, this could potentially be something as harmless as, well, they have their games and they have their in-game items, and if you have in-game assets that need to be traded back and forth, what better or more secure way to trade them than just having the transactions on the blockchain? So most likely that's what it is. Again, currently the game, the Pokemon Home, Pokemon Sleep, Pokemon Go, none of those are on the blockchain. None of those are NFTs, but it does look like the company's mentioned as a blockchain integration company, meaning that I don't think they're going to go and have like your new Pikachu digital collectible on the blockchain for SUI. It's most likely, and again, I could be wrong here, just a bunch of the transactions for the in-game assets that are going to be on the SUI blockchain. Nevertheless, never underestimate people that are going on the hype train. Do y'all remember? Oh, this is really okay. Ooh, what? Do y'all remember, like a year or two ago, there was this company that had said like, "Hey, we're gonna put your Pokemon cards on the blockchain." What is it? And people ran with it. Pokemon cards on the blockchain. I want one. And then everyone and their sister that read the headline and just doesn't know how to fucking read is just like, bro, VeVe missed it. Pokemon's already on the blockchain. They're on it here. This company's doing it. They did it. And it's like, okay, did you fucking read the article? Because the article, what it had said was, and what that company does is they take a PSA graded Pokemon card, and what they do is they say, we're going to put essentially this card like on the blockchain. Like if you buy an NFT that represents this card, you do own it, but you don't have to worry about shipping or getting lost in transportation. You don't have to worry about the sun, temperature control, it getting stolen, damaged, et cetera, et cetera. What you can do is you could just buy the NFT that represents the card, which again is really cool. That's a great idea for a company. And last I heard, they were killing it. What are they doing now? I have no idea. But people tend to get a little overexcited. I kind of think that's what's happening here. Does this mean that it's any less bullish for SUI? No, I think any company that can work with Pokemon, especially if they're going to help integrate them with the blockchain for them to get comfortable with, I think it's a good thing. Now, when you go in and talk about actual collectibles on the blockchain, is Pokemon and Nintendo ready for that? I am not sure. I'm just going to take some hydration juice here. Oh, egg whites does the body good. Okay. Do y'all remember that movie, the Rookie of the Year, where the kid like falls on his shoulder, Rolling Gardner. His tendons are too tight. He can throw like 90 miles an hour or whatever. And it came out like the 90s. And this kid, he has this crush on this girl. And I feel dirty just like saying this joke. I don't know why it's remembered. I think I know I remember it. Again, it came out in the 90s. I was like 8. And this kid has a crush on this girl, and I think they're in like middle school. And his friend like and yeah, pretty girl. His friend goes up to her, he's like, "Whoa, milk's done that body good." It's such a wild thing to put in a kids movie. Anyway, egg whites does the body good. So forget what I was talking about here. Okay, I'll let you guys in on some alpha here. Not every, despite all the money that's been made in Web3, despite all the potential that there is for Web3, there is. Let me get to Steve Cannon over here again. Now you cooking, bro. SUI looks to lead in gaming. They looks like they're doing good things. There are many companies that are still scared of Web3 that just don't understand what it is. I know. There's a company that I have a connect to. You've all heard of the company. You all know what the company is. Even if you don't know what it is, I would say the name. Like, oh yeah, I know who they are. Heard of that. And synonymous with something. You'll all know who they are. Know the former president. That company is scared to death of Web3. No idea why. absolutely no idea why, but that represents a pretty big minority of other companies that are just too scared to get into Web3. So I like this partnership for SUI. I like the fact that they are, and again, I'm not 100% sure this is the case, but it just seems that they're going to be somehow integrating Pokemon Home, or at least some of the assets on there, and the assets on there, the transactions will be on the blockchain. That's just what it seems like. Comment down below if you think I'm wrong. So maybe that's why SUI's up 10% today. That potential Pokemon partnership there. Yeah, and anyone that can just get Nintendo and Pokemon more comfortable with Web3, good for them, because that means it's going to be easier for VeVe to get Pokemon. Anyway, let me get to some comments here, and then I'll go on with the rest of the show. Chuck and Hank says, yo, what up, Chuck and Hank? Meow, meow, meow. Planet of Empire says, what's up, Ben? Crypto King says, what's up, Randy? Yo, hello, Crypto King. Meow, meow, meow. Abe says, oh, again, first one here. Too easy. Let's go, Abe. Let's go. There was this cat that I used to foster that had like this like neurological disorder. So it would like kind of fall like as it would walk. And I would like kind of like play with it. Like I had this like little like tiny hockey net made for like, I guess like babies, whatever. And I would tap a ball, like one of those little like cat play balls, like to the net to see if he could, block it. And every time that, like a lot of times he was unsuccessful at blocking it because, neurological disorder. But every time that he would pat it out of the way, I'd grab it. Like, oh my God, you did it. Yes, yes. So I don't know. The way I celebrated you, Abe, just made me remind me of that cat. His name was Hooch. As I love these OMI prices. I'm a buyer. Are you running? Is it running from the tree? Are you running? Oh, I don't know. I'm going to have to look this up here real quick because I am. All right. Are you? Oh, it's coming to the tree. Okay. All right. Are you coming to the tree? Meow, 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 meow. Mama Shishi says, Earth 2, I'm also still in. At least it is still there. They're still killing it, bro. They're still getting that bread. I can't wait to buy so much of that freaking token. It's so heckin' low. Dr. Chico says, Randy, what's good, my brother? What's up, Dr. Chico? How's it going? Meow, meow, meow. Okay. Alfred Montaner. Oh my God, it's been so long. Randy, do you have a back out? Alfred, how's it going, brother? It's been. I still watch your videos every now. I give a like. I give a like every now and then. I feel like I haven't seen one in a while though. I do not have a bat cowl. Did those have an uptick the other day? Because when Candy got bought by, I think the last time it happened when Palm got bought by Candy, there's a little bit of an uptick. So it would make sense that when Candy got bought by Futureverse, that there might have been an uptick in the back cowls. So let me know. So hold my alligator Lokis. Me too, Pat. Me too. Can't wait to go in and get that bread with everyone. Anyway, let's get to the rest of it. I know that Pokemon news had that had everyone being like, what's going on? What did you say? The ambassadors are Jedi Knights, I believe. Oh wow, that I don't know. All right, there's this thing called like ice pick headaches, and I've had like a few of them in my life where it's just debilitating for like two seconds, and you're kind of like recalibrating. And again, I've had like a handful in my life, but yesterday I was about to go to the emergency room because I had like I had like 8 or like 10, and like they were all like it was wild, and I just had one just now. I don't know if there's any treatments for it, but it is just like it feels like you're getting stabbed. I would know, and it is not a good feel. Anyway, it hasn't happened while I was streaming yet, but that was weird. All right, let's do Devi here, real quick. Let's go to the Devi. It's up about 3% on the day, despite yesterday being up about 20%. Actually lost a lot of the gains that it had. Where was this? Like 2 days ago. What are we on? The 23rd. So we were like 59 cents. Went up to like 72, down to about 66 right now. 66.8, it's almost 67, but 66.6. And the number of the beast. Let's see what the volume is. 800,000 in volume, $58 million market cap. So that is number 610. I just want to see where that is with OMI. I think it left OMI in the dust. Actually, no, it's 613. 613. Timmy always goes to the bathroom at 613. You comment down below what that reference is from, and you will win this week's VeVe giveaway. So yeah, if you comment down below what that was from, 613. Timmy always goes to the bathroom at 613. Then you will win this week's VeVe giveaway. The last person to win was Planet Vampire, and he won like a secret rare comic. So anyway, they're number 613, and Devi is number 610. And so they are pretty nice. Oh, Travis Gregory, he wins! He wins! Travis Gregory, can you send me your VeVe? Hold on, Can you send me your VeVe name, please? And then when you do, I'll let VeVe know, and then they'll, your VeVe username, Travis Gregory, and then I'll go get that bread. Oh, what's up, Mr. MC1? How's it going, man? That was good meows. So that's Devi. Let's see if they had any. I think they did. They had a ecosystem. 13 hours ago, they post DEVVX runs on a proof of validation, a consensus algorithm that guarantees fast and secure transaction validation, scalable shard-based architecture, 1/10 millionth the cost of Ethereum. Speed, efficiency, and ultra-low costs are our motto. Next level consensus. I had shared that and said, like, hey guys, if you want to get in, by all means. And again, my brothers in Christ. There was a dude yesterday that bought $91 million worth of Bitcoin on Binance. If I were to go in and say, hey, Mr. MC1, which he did, he used my Devi link, my referral code, link down below, to sign up for the Devi exchange. Now, Mr. MC1 has a big network. So Mr. MC1, when he signs up for my link and he does some trading on the Devi exchange when it rolls out later this year, I'll get 35% of the trading fees that incur on that website from him. Now, if he goes in and signs up, Bobby Green says, can the real West please stand up? Now, let's say I don't know Bobby Green. Let's say that name is foreign to me. I have no idea who he is. And Mr. MC1 signs up Bobby Green. Now, Mr. MC1 will get 35% of the trading fees that Bobby Green incurs, and I'll get 15% of what he incurs. Now, let's say Bobby Green gets up and let's say I have no idea, because there's 3 people removed from me at this point, signs up Steve Cannon. Let's say Mr. MC1 has no idea who Steve Cannon is. Fantastic photographer. Now, let's say Steve Cannon is a giant whale that is like, yeah, I'm going to go in and I'm going to throw down, $1 million in trading a week. Okay, $1 million in trading a week. 1% of that, let's say for the trading fees, $10,000, right? Well, Bobby Green is going to get 35% of those trading fees. So he gets $3,500. Mr. MC1 gets 15% of that. He'll get $1,500, and I'll get 10% of that. So when Devi goes and says they give away 60% of their trading fees, that's what they mean. I have no idea who Bobby Green is. In this example, I have no idea who Steve Cannon is, but I still make money on them because of the fact that that's how their referral program works. And then Bobby Green can go in and sign up Abe, and then I don't get anything from that because that's they only pay up to 3 spots. But Mr. MC1 makes money on that, Bobby Green makes money on that, and Steve Cannon makes money on that. What's up, Abe saying, guy? I'm in the car with the kiddo. You said, oh my God. Yeah, I will cash app you, or you gotta let me know these things, my guy. I am I think I said it twice. Oh my God. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath time so much fun. I will get your kiddo a rubber ducky for the troubles. Show is not for kids. Okay. I wonder if he got the Fairly Odd Parents reference. Let me know. Okay. So yeah, link down below for the Devi exchange. Now let's take a look at Definiti. Oh God. All right, Definiti. They're actually down about 3% on the day, probably because they were up like 20% yesterday. So they were up to 2.75 cents. They're down to 2.6 cents today. Not a ton of volume, only $1,300 in volume, so not a lot at all. Just under a $4 million market cap. they make more money than what they add to their P&L each month is more than what VeVe grosses. And they're a $4 million market cap. That is the stupidest undervalued thing that I've ever seen. Should be adding a 0 to that, like minimum. Again, what they add to their P&L each month is more than what VeVe grosses. It's freaking wild. Oh my god, can't explain how undervalued that is. You know, in my opinion. Let's do DACAT here. Let's take a look at DACAT, and then we'll have some Shirou news to go over. What's up, Energy? How's it going, fam? Meow, 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 meow. Where was I? Okay. Up 2.8% on the day. It was up like, dude. So I made a post yesterday on the X, and this is important. No, that's the Trump post. Where's my kitty post? Yes. 22 hours ago, I said, kitty power, the cat token, Shiro, because the cat token was up 26% yesterday. Actually, it was up like 30, and Shiro was up 24%. I think it wound up going to 26. Cat tokens had a really good day yesterday, and now the cat token, you know, it was quite a lot in volume. Now it's like 1,300. The cat token has like the same amount of volume as Definity. It's like 1,300 out of $600,000 market cap. Again, what happened yesterday? You had like 9,000 in volume. It went up like 28%. It went up 28% on 9,000 in volume. You add a 0 to that, and you do 90,000. You like quadruple the market cap. It goes from 600,000 to 2.4 million. And guys, a lot of this supply is kind of locked up. And what I mean is that it's locked up in the sense that whales hold it, and they are not letting go. We had discussed the comic today, so we're really torn right now on to make it 1,000 mints or 3,000 mints on VeVe. 1,000 will sell out within a day, probably within 12 hours. It's the first comic will be 45 pages. It'll be $10, you know, per. Now VeVe will add like that extra tax on it. It might be like you might be charged like $11 for it, but we're only going to charge 10. When this goes live, and again, you'll be able to buy it for OMI on the secondary. 1,000 will mint out. So it'll be, for that would be $10,000 in revenue. Now 3,000, depending on where the narrative is, depending on what goes on, we might not sell that out. We might sell 2,000. Like if we put out 3,000 comics, we might sell 2,000 of them. But what looks better? Now, obviously, if you sell 2,000 of something, that's $20,000, as opposed to 1,000 of something with $10,000. But there's still 1,000 in supply out there. It might look better if something sells out in like 10 or 12 hours, as opposed to having something on there. Oh, I guess there wasn't that much demand. It's just more about optics, and we're just not. Now, granted, there's going to be tons of prizes for collecting these. There'll be 5 variants, obviously, to like normal. Special mint numbers. You'll get airdrops of whatever token you want, whether it's the cat, Sharby, Crappy, Chaos on the Chains, etc. You could. Oh, it did get minted. Sweet. Oh, congrats for. Oh, they're listed in auction for OMI. All right. On the 28th. Oh my God, that's awesome. So the mint for the X-Men number 2, the 1963, it got minted. It will go into auction on the 28th. That's great. It's amazing. Oh. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Anyway, if you get special mint numbers, you'll get airdrops token. If you collect the whole set, you know, you get airdrops of whatever token. And if you stack like a certain amount of them, you'll get airdrops of the token as well, whether it's the cat or whoever else. So there'll be a lot, and we might do a Kickstarter for the physical comic as well, you know, because that'd be great. So that's what's going on with daCAT. Shiro had a pretty good couple of days. Again, up 20-something% yesterday, up another 9% today, and it's at, guys. This was at a like 2 weeks ago. This market cap was like in half. It is like doubled in 2 weeks. Yeah, this had gone down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zeros, 8.5. Now it's at 7 zeros, 1.4. So it didn't double, but damn, that's a lot. This was down to like a, I don't know, like a $8 million market cap, and now it's like 15. It's done really, really well. That recovery is just peak. And then we have a couple of things that we have to go over here today. So for Shiro, where are we at here? There's this thing called the Shiro Bounty Hunter Complete, or I'm sorry, Shiro Bounty Complete, where you go on and you just write a story about. I think I have a screenshot of it. Oh, well, there's a couple of things I have a screenshot of. A couple of things I have to go over with Shiro. But basically, all you have to do is just write a story about Shiro. It has to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. You have to tag Shiro. Oh, God. You have to tag Mother Flapper. Oh, my God. I said Flapper, Abe. I said Flapper. So you don't at me, girl. You have to at Shiro. You have to have the $hero and the hashtag Shiro Bounty Complete. And if it has a beginning, middle, and end, you might get picked to go over and to get an airdrop of tokens, or X amount of tokens, and they have a lot. So speaking of tokens, they have the journey here is just beginning, and Shiro's meow has gotten stronger. There's now $22,000 in Shiro to be claimed, and it started yesterday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will end on May 1st at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on May 1st. There's a $10,000 prize. There's a $5,000 second place prize, a $2,000 third place prize, and 10 winners of $500. So every $100 in buys is an entry. Now, if you have $1,000, it would be 10 entries into the draw. This is for decentralized exchange purchases only on DEXs. Only on DEXs. There's an additional bonus at $20 million market cap. They will burn 2% of the entire supply. That is 400,000 in Shiro. Now, you do have to hold it for 2 weeks. That is a 2-week hold required after contest and to qualify. What is this? Okay, never mind. Sorry. I had Mr. MC1's in a space right now. 30,000 feet. Very good. Love that. Okay. So that's something that I'll probably get more Shiro just to get, into that, just to get an entry into that, because that'd be wild if I can get that bread. Anywho, let's move on here, shall we? Let's do what's up, energy. Planet Vampire says rookie of the year, funky butt loving one-liners. Bro, I'm so glad you know that movie. That is, I haven't seen that in years. That was when I was younger. That was like, I think the last time I talked about this movie. When you're deployed, you get wild gifts. You get some fun gifts, guys. If you're in the military and you're like about to go on a deployment, you steal toilet paper. I mean, you take toilet paper and you hoard that shit like it's gold. Sorry, Abe, another word in the swear jar. Because there are times where you run out of toilet paper, and it is every man for himself. Women, Abe, you might as well shut this off at this point. Women will trade bumpin' uglies for toilet paper. Shit you not, that happens. Anyway. Yeah, so in this one shipment, the famous Amos cookies are also like gold there. Oh my God. When those came in, I had some. Anyway, one of the things that we got in a care package outside the famous Amos cookies It's like a kid's toy. Like you have like almost like your hands on a frisbee, right? With a little like Velcro thing, and you throw like this tennis ball and it sticks to the Velcro. So me and my friend Garrett were in like an enclosed space. And it's like Chavez, we're in an enclosed space. So I was like, my tendons, they're too tight. And I was gonna go chuck it out. And he's like, oh, what's that from? And I forget what it was. And then we looked at it, it was Rookie of the Year. Good times, good times. Bomoto Hosha, straight fire. Meow meow, meow meow meow. How's it going? Meow meow. VeVe Wheel says, let's freaking go. 100%, 100%. Let's freaking go. Speaking of the shit, guys, I am very proud. I am very, they are. They're talking. Yeah, yeah, I am talking about them right now. Thank you, Crypto Hero. The story that I wrote for the submission for the Shiro Bounty Complete Challenge was so good. I amazed myself. This calls for some egg whites here. This is past, right? Yeah, okay, we're good. I was so it took me a couple minutes to think of the idea. And it took me about 15 minutes to write, but I had to write it 3 times. I was writing all of this on my tablet, and then for whatever reason, my tablet like freaked out, like it was on acid, and then it deleted the whole thing, and I was like, "Oh no!" So I wrote it on my phone, and the same thing happened. So I was like, "Okay, this ain't gonna happen." So I wrote it in my notes, like Samsung Notes, and I was like, "Okay," I wrote it there. I copied and pasted it, and then it finally worked. But I would have had it done like an hour sooner. It took an hour out of my life to do all this. But I'm very proud of what I did in a very short amount of time. Like, this is a good story. It had, now granted, I had to shorten it a lot because it had to fit in between the lengths of what do you call it? The lengths of what Twitter allows. But this was a fun story, and I'm not gonna. So I'm in a group chat with the main guy, Hero, like the main spokesperson, and the head animator. And I haven't heard from the head animator in a while. Oh god, hiccups. But I was just like, listen, this is a great story. If you want to make this into like, a comic or like a version of it, it's really fun. It's really good. And again, if I made this story in a couple of minutes, imagine what the daCAT comic is going to be like, because this, again, very proud of this. It should win an award. I'm completely patting myself on the back for that. Okay, anyway, we went over that. We have a bunch of news to go over here. Yesterday, all my troubles. Okay. Yeah, a bunch of Bitcoin ETFs 2 days ago bought like 4,300 Bitcoin worth 381 million. Oh, I think I went over the Standard Chartered stuff. 850 billion Standard Chartered says that Bitcoin could hit all-time highs amid Fed trust concerns because the Fed, Jerome Powell, is being horrendously horrible. Oh, hello, everyone. VeVe Wheels, let's freaking go. I love you, man. Omar says, good evening. Good evening. Mr. MC1 says, just smash that like button. Hi, Omar. Dr. Profit and Stacker are legends. 100,000%. Love them. Dan says, Omi's back. The Randy yacht is ready to board. Soon, brother. Soon. You ever see that meme where like these Pidgey and Sparrow are like really hecking with these, they're messing with this like lone Caterpie and this lone Weedle. And it's like, okay, all we have to do is train and evolve, and then we'll get them back. And then in the next panel, they're just like laying there as like Metapod and Kakuna. And there's like, soon, brother, before they evolve. Anyway, soon, Stan, soon. Yeah. Okay. Let me move forward here. Bank of America says it doesn't expect interest rate cuts this year due to inflation. I do not have respect for them. Jan Collect says Collectors Hunt. 1 p.m. yesterday, they're hosted on the Collectors Gone Digital channel. DV said you should watch that. I did not, because I'm a bad friend. Don't hold anything back. Oh yeah, did you know that AI is incorporated onto Stacker? Stacker says, hey, VeVe fam, did you notice we have AI answers in our chat widget? And that, I will tell you, is just the beginning. There's a lot of other stuff that they're going to do with AI. I can't talk about it yet, but it's going to be freaking awesome. Everything is awesome when you're part of a team. Okay, also, we know it would be awesome y'all can just smash that like button. That'd be a free way to help support the channel. I'm not sure his Patreon, so super thanks button down below, super chats as well. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know me, still the same old G, but a bit low key. All right, sorry. Where was I? Photos. BlackRock has bought $43 million worth of Coinbase yesterday. Kid Arcade was live yesterday, just talking about taking a chill pill, digital collectibles. He had like 60 people there, so he had a decent amount of people. Devi Exchange says the future of finance is here. True non-custodial trading, your keys, your assets, instant settlement with a global stock exchange partner, patented fraud protection and recourse, DeFi yields now accessible to banks. Watch the keynote from, again, when they focus on instant settlement with a global stock exchange partner. I'm not going to lie, NASDAQ comes to mind. You could have State Street, you could have Vanguard, you could have BlackRock type things, but global stock exchange partner, I mean, it looks like it's pointing to NASDAQ, and that was the rumor like months ago. You know, a lot of times where there's smoke, there's fire. Is this it? I don't know. I mean, there's other stuff that could fit. Now, I mean, I'm thinking like I'm thinking like ethnocentric here. Oh, it's got to be an American stock exchange. It doesn't. It could be London Exchange. It could be anywhere in Europe and Japanese. Like it doesn't have to be anywhere in America. But like I don't think anyone outside of London really cares what the London Exchange is doing, but everyone cares what NASDAQ's doing. So anyway, it's just one of those things. This could be very misleading. You know, who knows? Link down below for the Devi exchange referral program. Bloomberg says Bitcoin acts like a safe haven. Nice. Israel says it's confident it will finalize a new trade agreement with the US. That is one of the reasons why we pumped yesterday. Then we have Binance founder CZ meets with Malaysian Prime Minister to discuss boosting crypto and blockchain innovation. Good on him. VeVe Viral says this is not a drill. David Yu himself uses the O word when announcing the official launch of OMI to NFT with circulating supply. You know what? I just thought of a great skit. I mean, it's obviously a play on the Sleepless in Seattle, like the, you know, I'll have what she's having. When he just said the O word, it just, made me think of it, and I was like, oh, all right. That's got to be a fun skit in there. Be like, what do you think of the O word? I don't know. And then OMI, there's got to be something in there. Somebody smarter than me or more funny than me make a meme. My collectible says, which of these recent VeVe releases has you the most excited? VeVe versus launch, challenges feature, Stacker X VeVe, or comic sets? Let me actually go and see Mr. My Collectibles. What I think that poll has ended now. My God, he posts a lot. Okay. Yeah, 53%. There's 309 votes. 53% said Stacker VeVe. 28% said VeVe versus launch. 13% said comics sets, and 6% said challenges feature. Brilliant. Yeah, largest stock exchanges in the world. Wow. The U.S. says it's close to finalizing a new trade agreement with Japan. Very nice. I have ducks in my pond. They are very nice. They're my ducks. White House says it's doing very well on a potential trade deal with China, probably because a lot of other deals are taking place. And again, they're just going to have more. White House says its trade team is meeting with 34 countries this week to negotiate new trade deals. Oh, talk dirty to me, Mr. President. Sketch Lab says, hi, everyone, Mr. MC1 ETH. What's up? What's up, Randy? Meow, meow, meow. Travas Gregory, talking about those Fairly Odd Parents. I love you so much, man. Light of Vampire says, yeah, I was given Secret Rare Coming of the Hulk, 1616, complete set 2. My man. Oh, that's your, okay. Let me, okay, let me get it up. Okay. Let me go to the, that was the 16th. All right, the 23rd. Okay. This is the username for this week's giveaway. I like it. Nancy May says, if you want your taxes, okay, I'm just gonna like it and move on. Ash Crypto says, people who don't like to work hard considers other hardworking people lucky. Agreed, sir. Agreed. Went over the White House stuff. Meow. If there's an announcement, is anything but NASDAQ, then it'll go down in price. Well, it depends. Like, honestly, even if it is NASDAQ, we don't know what type of partnership that is, and even if it'll make any money. But anyone really that they announce, as long as there's people that the partner, again, if the partner has eyes on it, which I if it's a global stock exchange, it always does. It's going to have eyes on it, regardless of who it is. And they say, oh, we have this partnership with Devi now. It doesn't matter who it is. Eyes are going to get on Devi, and yeah, if it's like, if they say it's a global exchange and it's just a random exchange in like the Caymans that no one's ever heard of, then yeah, you're probably right. But anything that people would know, it'd probably do really well, especially if there's certain types of press releases and stuff. Jay the Cool Cat, say Shiro family here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Love my Shiro peeps. Dr. Chico's is beautifully written. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Far too kind. Oh, they like me. They really like me. I'd like to thank the Academy. Anyway, let's move on here. 56 minutes. We have a lot to go over. Putin offers Ukraine ceasefire in peace talks with President Trump. Whoop whoop. People said I look like Brock in this photo, and I'm not gonna lie, I can't unsee it. Shout out to Starlink for letting people listen to me even in the Gulf of Thailand. Ace rig move. No, there's no not yet. They have, oh god, hang on. Let me, oh my gosh. I have to, how far did I scroll? Maybe I scrolled too far. Okay, let me, instant settlement. All right, global. Okay, hang on. Let me go to, I just farted. I'm so sorry. All right, if he's listening, people were just interpreting one of their last tweets where they mentioned global, what even was it? Oh, I X'd out of it, mother flapper. I hate it when I do this. Mother fudger. Ukraine offers, where's the Devi? Where's the Devi news? I missed it. Yeah, I have. Okay, long story short, Devi had just talked about a global stock exchange partner. They didn't mention who it was, but again, just a global stock exchange partner. People are pretty excited about that. They're thinking that it might be NASDAQ, and well, I'm not gonna lie, I am too. All right, let's keep going here. Comic sets are live. So 1 week ago, we leveled up your collecting journey sets with a launch of comic book sets. How many comic sets do you have in your collection now? I think Mr. MC1 and Mr. Rolex had, what did they have? Like an extra 200 plus sets that were given to them because of the fact that they have so many comic book sets. So a lot of MCP points as well. Raul Paul says, not sure, it looks cute, might delete later. Maybe, just maybe, it was this easy all along. If this works, it will definitely prove that liquidity is the dominant factor still in markets, not tariffs, not politics, not rates, not insert your narrative here. And he goes in and he is talking about, yeah, I knew it, M2 money supply and how just absolutely going bananas. And obviously with liquidity and with this money supply moving into things are going to FOMO. Oh, sweet. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Oh, wow. Bloomberg said Bitcoin is acting like a safe haven, and it has decoupled from the U.S. tech stocks. Global FOMO is coming. Crazy Dan 420, thank you for being a member. Yo, 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 meow, meow, meow. I hope you blazed it the other day. This is 420 the other day. Artist Spotlight, Jay Lee, the one-of-one Phygital auction features Jay Lee's original hand-drawn cover art for Vampirella Hell Day Special #1, plus the matching 3D digital collectible, both one of a kind. One-of-one dynamite artwork of Vampirella Hell Day special is available via silent auction now on the VeVe web app. The United States has officially banned all artificial dyes from food products effective immediately. There's a new player in the there's a new player in the daCAT Big Whales. He's the number 17 wallet called Big Mac Blastoise.eth. Love that dude. David Yu says Jay Lee's work is often likened to fine art. He's known for bringing cinematic and almost dreamlike quality to the page. This one-of-one comes with real matching art. I don't care about that. Tesla reveals none of their $1 billion worth of Bitcoin was sold in Q1 2025. You did have their earnings come out yesterday. I did take a little bit of a look at that. The Bitcoin holdings is actually going to affect them negatively for Q1. They had lost about 100 million on it. However, that was Q1. It's over. Q2 going to be monstrous. I think that in December, when it ended, it was like 92,000, and I think when Q1 ended, it was like 82,000. So again, they just lost maybe like 100 million on it. But in the beginning of Q3, when they go over Q2's numbers, boom, gonna be booming. Anyway, 1.5 trillion was added to the stock market yesterday. Shadow Daredevil, $1 billion of USDT was minted yesterday, so there's going to be a massive pump incoming most likely. Again, we saw that yesterday. Master Roni says, I have a question for Stacker. If users are not or can't KYC, will they be able to sell on Stacker? Stacker gave those eyes, looking like, I don't know. Master Roni says, this will bring more users in. I have a friend that can't KYC on VeVe because he's from one of those blacklisted countries. And now he can buy and sell through OMI. That would be great. Dr. Prophet says, I think VeVe has that on the radar, but let's observe what happens. President Trump says he has no intention of firing Fed Chair Jerome Powell. This reminds me of that one scene in Harry Potter where I think the Fudge and the Phoenix isn't there yet, but Cornelius Fudge and the Aurors are coming to arrest Dumbledore, and Dumbledore's like, do I have a wand here? I don't. You were under the assumption that I would come quietly, and then boom, and then he just freaking goes, just teleports out of there with Fox the Phoenix. It was so freaking cool. I feel like Trump, as he was kind of fighting with Jerome Powell, is like, okay, this is going to be a crazy fight, and maybe Trump won the fight internally, and it's just like, okay, maybe he's going to cut rates because Trump has been asking him to. So if he says he has no intention of firing Fed Chair Jerome Powell, maybe it was that Jerome Powell was going to put up too big of a fight. Maybe he found out that he legally could not fire him. Or maybe he's saying this to lull Jerome Powell into a false sense of security, and then he does fire him. I don't know. We'll see. World Economic Forum launches investigation into its founder, Klaus Schwab, for financial misconduct days after he resigned as chairman. Elon Musk says he will return to Tesla next month. Starting next month, he will be allocating far more of his time to Tesla. Celebrations yesterday for the $93,000 and $94,000 Bitcoin. Dutch bank ING said to be working on a new stablecoin with other TradFi and crypto firms. Digital asset investment products saw modest inflows totaling $6 million last week, reflecting mixed investor sentiment throughout the period. Again, that was last week. And then again, multiple praises for the $93,000 and $94,000 Bitcoin. SEC Chairman Paul Atkins says that his top priority is to provide a firm regulatory foundation for digital assets. And you have stablecoin transaction volumes eclipsed Visas for the first time in 2024. That was at the end of 2024, or actually that was of all. I went over this. I was in a meeting with Tom Anderson of Devi and a buddy of mine talking about this exact thing and about stablecoins, and 'tis the future. Tis the future. Okay, moving on. SEC Chair Paul Atkins says he will ensure that the U.S. is the best and most secure place in the world to invest and do business. I think we had a couple of people today. They had gone over and said that they were going to invest in the U.S. So Vietnam had trade talks starting. Swiss pharmaceutical giant Roche is going to invest $50 billion in the United States to avoid tariffs. And then I believe there was another one that had gone in today as well. I'm trying to find out which one it was, but I have way too many freaking screenshots. Oh, yeah. Japanese automaker Toyota announces $88 million U.S. investment to boost hybrid vehicle output amid tariff war. Oh, that was awesome. Okay, where was I from yesterday? President Trump to meet Chinese President Xi Jinping in May. So that gives him an additional month in order to go. Well, he didn't say late May or early May. Let's say another 2 weeks at least in order to get as many deals done as he can before that meeting, giving him a lot of extra, giving him a lot of extra leverage or leverage, as one calls it. I went over the 22,000 in Shiro to be claimed. This guy named Doggo Dango says loaded up on a few trillion daCAT today. We'll keep buying regularly. Good for him. Elon Musk says he is not stepping down from Doge, though. And then you said you have Crypto Gems. Crypto Gems had talked about daCAT yesterday. Oh, that was very nice. Oh, no, they talked about Shiro Nico. I'm sorry, Shiro Nico. $280 million worth of Bitcoin shorts were liquidated yesterday, which was heckin' wild. That was what I love to see. Mr. MC1 says, Dr. Profit, thanks. You are a legend. Brilliant vision for Stacker World and well orchestrated with David Yu, Ben Rose, Dan Crothers, VeVe Official, and OMI. Amazing collector with 400 partner statues and many grails. Your alpha with AR and VR gadgets, metaverse, always insightful. Your generous contributions and support of the community is so impactful. It's an honor to call you a friend. You make being in this space fun and exciting. You are one key reason my belief in VeVe and OMI and the future of related things is so bright. Huh. Nice. ARK Invest bought Bitcoin worth 267 million. ETF inflows are back. Bitcoin closed above 93,000 yesterday and broke all the major resistance levels in a single candle. Bitcoin now the average daily moving average of the past 200 days and the moving average of the past 50 days. It broke lower high pattern and has broken above Ichimoku cloud. Breaking, BlackRock just bought another $193 million worth of Bitcoin yesterday. Bull market vibes are back. Fidelity just bought $253 million worth of Bitcoin. That was late last night. Bitcoin is now the 5th largest asset by market cap, and Ash Real Crypto thinks that it could be number 2, count 'em, 2, the SpongeBob reference. By this bull run, the end is very much possible. They would have to overtake Apple. They'd have to double, which is fine. They can be 180,000. That's fine. Ben in Korea, thanks for being a member, says VeVe is always marching forward, clearing the trenches of fudders. Somebody should make a song about that. Like use the When Johnny Comes Marching Home song, like to the fudders are getting wrecked, hurrah. The fudders are getting wrecked, hurrah, hurrah. The fudders are getting wrecked, they're getting anally. All right, sorry. Devi X says, I know I read that before. Vietnam starts trade talks with the US. I thought that was really cool. Trump is considering slashing tariffs on China to de-escalate the trade war, which is awesome. The 3 S's of the DEVVE exchange are speed for instant on-chain settlement, security for no commingled funds or security counterpart risk, and self-custody, hold your assets at all times. A new era of trustless trading is here. Link down below for the DEVVE exchange. U.S. tariffs on China will likely be reduced by 50%, Wall Street Journal reports. NFL and Adobe have an AI-powered fan experience partnership now. I don't know how much of that will be on the blockchain, but I'm pretty excited for it. Again, as I read before, the Swiss pharmaceutical giant Roche is investing $50 billion in the U.S. to avoid tariffs. I love this game. Treasury Secretary Bessent says China in particular is in need of rebalancing. Yep. SoftBank, Cantor, Tether, and Bitfinex launch a $3 billion Bitcoin investment. Firm 21 Capital and Jack Mallers will be the CEO of this Bitcoin acquisition vehicle. Race to acquire more Bitcoin is on. It's on, mother flappers. On like Vince Vaughn. It is on like Donkey Kong. Let's keep going here. We are at 93.4. Again, it's pretty flat on the day in the top 10. There's Cardano's up 1 point, and Doge is down 2.2. Cardano's up 1.7. But yeah, the top 10 pretty flat on the day. I think a little bit of time here is going to be what do you call it? A little bit of time to kind of trade sideways for the next leg up. Me and my boy Venegas over in Kuwait. memory came up the other day. Also, Solana Strategies announces a $500 million convertible note facility to buy Solana. You guessed it. SEC Chair Paul Atkins to speak at the next SEC Crypto Roundtable on April 25th. That is 2 days from now. I can't wait. There's a bit more news to go over. However, what I will do right now that I'm caught up on the comments, Tesla earning report, are we being really bullish on them? Was that you? Of course it was me. I will go to, I'm going to go to X and I'm going to see what the people who I'm following are talking about, and I'll report it to y'all. Trump calls for more babies as birth rate barely budges in 2024. U.S. birth rate ticked up just 1% in 2024, still hovering near historic lows according to new CDC data. Fertility rate hit 54.6 births per 1,000 women aged 15 to 44, up just 0.2%. Trump calling himself the fertilization president. Oh my God, please don't call yourself that. Has ramped up efforts to reverse the decline, floating IVF incentives, even a $5,000 baby bonus for new mothers. I wonder if people I know can cash in on that. Critiques argue economics, not ideology, drives this trend, but with Elon calling low birth rates as an existential threat, Trump's baby push is just getting started. I'm going to actually... How many new mothers get 5,000? All right, you know what? I'll go to that later. Landy says, Wednesday check-in, Bitcoin sits on the weekly plus ETH and Sol. Oh, that's the video. I'm not going to go over that. What on earth? What in the human centipede is going on in this video? I don't even want to know. And more. Believes Crypto says my latest lunk prediction is 0027 in the bull market. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really sure what lunk is. Miss Josette Skills talking about her Instagram. Crypto Queen is on a space called Web3 Ladies Night Out. Definitely not gonna crash that because I'm not a lady. Wharton just made AI a major. Oh, that's so freaking cool. Students can now take ML, data engineering, stats, neuroscience, data science, AI ethics is a required class. Who wants to go back and study? Oh my God, my guy. I have the, oh God, what's that better? Oh my God. The Forever GI Bill. I have the Forever GI Bill. I can go back whenever I want. I might do it. I might do it and learn about AI. I'm not gonna lie. I assume you have to know a ton about coding and a ton, like, I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Anyway, we have a comment here. Omar saying, on today news on Pokemon TCG Prismatic PC reprint happened today and sold out. The amount of money to Pokemon is massive. Agreed. Omar, after the first like 5 minutes of this this live, I was like cooking it on Pokemon and SUI and all that jazz. You would have been very proud. Crypto Junkie Princess quotes, Jerry is a high demand token as proven by today's massive trading volume on Uniswap and MEXC. Jerry is well distributed. The developer owns 5% of the supply and controls another 10%. The remaining tokens are held by 2,500 hodlers. What's the contract address? Okay, 3A F8C. Okay, hold on. Let me take a look at this Jerry here. I doubt it's really anything to take a look at, but you know, who knows? Who knows? It's not Jerry the turtle, is it? Oh, it is Jerry the turtle. Okay. Well, they're down 35% today, so probably not a good. Oh well, they had like a massive. That's kind of like a massive candle from yesterday. Actually, how old are they? They're 4 months old, but they're actually up. You go back a couple of days, especially a couple of weeks. Let me do a day here. Oh, they were okay. You know what? Let me do a month. Yeah, they're actually up from where they started. What are they at? $2.79 million market cap. And yeah, almost $250,000 in volume on the day. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. Moving on from the Jerry. That's an ad. Joshua Rumbo's chatbot for data, easy access, chain leak. I don't care about that. Trump targets Harvard over foreign cash, signs executive order to clean up woke you. Interesting. Adam Carolla on Trump baby bonus. I offer Whoopi 5K to not have kids. Leave Whoopi alone, man. Yeah, I would flip the script. I'd offer Whoopi the $5,000, not have kids. I like that Pete Buttigieg grew his beard out during maternity leave. That's a first. Oh man, this guy is. Oh yeah, I mean the fact that the guy adopted and took maternity leave is insane to me. Spend time with your kid. Let him spend time with the kid. You should want to spend time with his kid. I think that's a good thing. Says, I know Trump, he's just trying to anger his critics. That's all he does. You know, he plays them. That is a fair point. That is a fair point. But yeah, baby bonus. Not bad. How do you qualify for the baby bonus? I have a couple friends who just have kids. How do you qualify for the baby bonus? 5K. Oh, he's looking at 5,000 baby bonus. Hasn't actually happened yet. Okay, copy. National Geographic says, just like us, trees need to respire. They do this in cells of all living tree tissues, not just their leaves. But how is this possible? We have National Geographic. Like, VeVe has the license. Why are we using it? Like, I remember in that one episode of Family Guy where Peter has a stroke and then he goes into like this clinic that's using like embryo cells, like stem cells in order to like help stroke victims. And I was like, oh my God, I'm cured. Why aren't we funding this? We have National Geographic, which has 236 million followers on Instagram. Why are we not doing anything with this license? Riddle me that, Batman. Okay, hold on. Should be Nat Geo? Is it Nat Geo or is it National Geographic? All right, Nat Geo. I'm sorry. Did I say 236,000? I meant 278 million followers on Instagram. Can we do something with this mother flipping license, please? Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sure they're trying. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff on their plate. We've had it for how many years? What the fudge, guys? Okay, I'm sorry. All right, let's keep going. Nature is amazing. If you're having a bad day, here's a fox laughing to make your day. But foxes are so freaking cute. I have these ducks outside that are really cool. If Neuralink hits $8.5 billion valuation as it eyes $500 million funding round, Neuralink is reportedly prepping a $500 million raise at an $8.5 billion pre-money valuation. Talks are still early, but the momentum is clear. Neuralink's human trials are now live and already making headlines. Their first patient, using just his brain, he's gaming, browsing, and posting online. Now, Neuralink will lean into mass market implants, treating everything from depression to obesity and maybe even telepathy. Okay. If y'all seen the telepathy tapes on Netflix, we don't need that shit for telepathy. That is already here. I have this. Oh God, I had a hair in my nose. Omar says today a Braveheart wore MAGA hat, Elon edition, New York Times. That is a true supporter. He do be a true supporter though. Collectibles, thank you. Far too kind. Okay, cool. This is great. I wish to be a participant. Hey Elon, I volunteer as tribute. I will live stream it. I will live stream the whole thing. We got some of the boys out here. We got VeVe Magic and Yo Steph on the ends, and then you have a Omi Homie Sandwich in the middle there. They are at the Disneyland in California. It's a nice sandwich they got. Let's see. Ooh, there's a Predator versus Spider-Man from Marvel. This is like not on VeVe, right? Wait, is it? There's no way. Oh shit, is it? Oh my God. Oh my good golly gosh. Is it? Hold on. VeVe Comics. Come on. Now touch me, baby. Can't you see that I am not afraid? What was that promise that you made? Now I'm gonna love you till the heavens start moving. Now I'm gonna love you till the stars fall from the sky. I am not seeing a Predator versus Spider-Man. Take a look, see. And all right, let's get this bridge, shall we? Let's get it. Add to cart. I'm gonna add this to my cart. I am probably gonna get a common, but I must say I do not care. Get out of there. Okay. I have read and understand the above. To Predator or Spider-Man. It's I don't know who wrote it. Oh, mother flapper. I don't remember my uh I don't remember my three maybe I might not need it. I don't know if it's gonna work. Security code, is it a match? Is it a match? Is it a match? Processing your order. Oh, it's delivered. Let's go. Let's go. And we got a common, number 955, one of the worst men, but it's okay because now I have Predator versus Spider-Man, and I'm going to go do my collection, and I'm going to get Predator versus Spider-Man. I'm going to read this comic, and I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be it for me today. Next month, Pokemon has a line of releases for prismatic releases and Destiny Rivals. Lots to keep the eye on. Yes, it's on VeVe, and yes, I just got it, and I am going to. Ooh, all right, I can't wait. Oh, the heat, the sweltering heat in New York. People be shooting each other in New York City. Summer claimed the city. The sunlight found every reflective surface and forced everyone to look at the world through a mean squint. Garbage cooked on the street corners. Eh, eh. Subway vents gasped out hot, stale air. On sidewalks, on fire escapes, people sweated through their clothes, simmering on their own juices. This is gross. The heat made the city cruel, and crime spiked with the thermometer. Bro, every time it gets hot in New York City, people be shooting at each other. Robberies, assaults, murders. But this was different. This wasn't a bullet to the head or a knife to the gut. This was something new. Most of the time, when there's a killing, it happens fast. This one had some time and care, and even artistry put into it. Crunch, 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 munch, 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 munch. I swear, like that's what they're doing in this. I'm not just making this up. Like crunch, 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 munch, 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 munch. Okay. You ever see anything like this, Detective LaPearl? Nope. Crunch, crunch, crunch. You know what they say when you chew ice? You're sexually frustrated. Omar Sajid says, I see this all day in New York. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Omar, we gotta get you out of New York. New York is not good anymore. This building was condemned. This building was condemned a year ago. The neighbors say it's been full of junkie squatters ever since. Could it be drug related? A stolen stash? Or maybe a neighborhood vigilante wanting to clean up his block? You're thinking pretty logically, crunch, crunch, crunch. Skinning someone in my mind anyway defies logic. And I don't even know if I can. I mean, like that is some gnarly work. This wasn't a robbery, but something was stolen. Every body's missing a piece, a jaw, a crunch, rib, a finger. What do you think that means? Wish I knew. The Skinner is some kind of sick ass trophy hunter, as are a lot of serial killers. And hey, what are you doing talking to the neighbors? That's my job. I asked you a question. Sorry we were late. Stuck in traffic as usual. Hold up. If you just got here, then who have I been talking to? Oh, it was Spider-Man all along. He was the one that did the killing. He was the one that did he was in the suit. He was taking samples. It says, Mr. Jameson, it's Peter. Oh my God, that's so freaking cool. Fuck. Because I've got something. Oh, he's going to write about it. Well, he's not. Mr. Jameson. This is so freaking cool. The last time you promised me something, Parker, it was a Something neighborhood puppy parade in Queens. Oh, I love that. I don't want good news. I want bad news. I want fear. Fear gets clicks. Clicks get revenue. You read from left to right, but yeah, okay. You think it's hot outside? It's really freaking hot in here. Our feet are in the fire. Spider-Man says, this, oh no, Ms. Jameson continues saying, this paper barely has a budget anymore. You're 5 canceled subscriptions away from losing your job. How about a mass murder? Do you have photos? You better have photos. Be there in 5 minutes. Traffic's light. The way I'm going, because he's whipping, flacking his way through the city, says, actually, oh shoot, we got a robbery. We got a robbery up in here. Make that 20 minutes. Something just came up. Oh, damn, they're trying to get away. Can't outrun Spidey. Can't outrun Spidey. New York City, freaking crazy. Spider-Man thought he would cut them off at the next block, but he didn't anticipate the open hydrant that turned the boiling hot street into a water park. Oh, these kids are they're about to get got. Oh God, they're about to get got. Oh no, he saves them. He's Spider-Man. This isn't that type of comic. He saves the children. Is that Gwen Stacy? No. Says, hi kids, sorry to interrupt the play date. Oh, and we got a badass over here. Then close the door, cut the engine. We split up the cash, quick. Then we each go our separate ways. Nobody talks to nobody for 2 weeks, understand? You hearing me? Oh my God, they were murked. They got. Oh my God, they got, oh my lordy. This is so gross. What the heck is this? Whoever you are, where the heck are you? You want a piece of this? Let's work something out. Oh my lordy. Oh my lordy. Oh my lordy. He took his face off. Damn, this is so freaking good. Oh my God, there's just no words on this next one. He just cuts him through stabs him through the, oh my God. Oh my God. This is just brutal. And he's wearing his face. Oh my good golly gosh. Spider-Man says bye to the kid. Back to kids. It's like Bambi's mother getting shot, and then the next thing is birds chirping. Like, bye, have fun. Don't get run over by robbers, grumpy taxi drivers, or delivery bikes weighed down with warm salads and leaky burritos. Okay, back to the baddies. Spider-Man gets there, but it's too late. Mr. Jameson's on the phone, says, Parker, I thought you said you'd be here already. Mr. Jameson, what I saw earlier wasn't an isolated incident. We're dealing with a serial killer, and just, oh my lordy. Spider-Man looks on, but his jaw has not moved. He's seen this before. Is that what is that in the background? I think it's just cash. The heat was like a living thing, the predator that you had to fight to survive. Every AC unit in the city was cranked to the limit. Every fan blasted on high. A grid could only take so much. The article isn't terrible, Parker, but it needs more dirty panic. And you could be the next tone of warning. I disagree. I only feel okay about running this because I don't want it to happen to anyone else. We want people to be careful and vigilant, not scared. Are you kidding me, Parker? A power outage? I've got breaking freaking news here. Is that MJ? Is that MJ? Or is that someone made to look like MJ? Don't turn on the light. Seriously. Oh shit, they in the dark now. Remember that episode of Hey Arnold where like, let's all hold hands. We're on the subway. We've all been stuck here for way too long. All right, given what we have now is all about the narrative at this point. Agreed. Outside of this community is the NFT narrative, a big thing talked about amongst Web3 peeps. How many big bull runs have NFTs had? Really just one. Yeah, really just one. How many? All right, hold on. Let me calculate my calories and protein here. I'd say I had about almost 40% of this. Okay, so 40%. So that is not 10, that's like 8. So that's 160 to the calories. So that is 2,080 calories for the day. And what is 8 times 5 is 40. Okay, so I've had about 200 grams of protein and 2,080 calories. You know what? I will take that. I will take that. That is a pretty good day, I believe. Even a thing called okay. Some gangsters are saying, yo. Some white dude saying, the hell? For the love of Pete. Oh, God, I'm going to have to poop soon. Do you think it'll start up again? Talking about the train. So they're all like on the train and they're just being all, oh, God, it's going to be hot as balls down there. Says, no, we're going to be trapped down here forever. Everybody just stay calm. People are freaking out. Man, again, heat makes people crazy. Hey, I'm MJ. You okay? I get claustrophobic. The heat, the dark. I can't. And MJ, yo, they making her kind of jacked here. They making her got some muscle here. Says, it feels tight in here, I know. But look at all that space outside. Big, wide, open spaces. You see, just focus on what's out there and not in here. Thanks, MJ. I'm trying. Oh my God, this is painful. Hey, I think I see somebody out there. Yeah, could be somebody with transit. Maybe they're fixing the cars. Oh no, that face is not fixing the track. That is a Jason Voorhees looking mother flapper. Oh my God, he opened his face. Oh my lordy. Oh my, look at it. Look at it. Again, if they allow this on VeVe, they should not give me poop about anything I want to write about on the daCAT comic, and maybe the Shiro comic if I get permission to write that because again my story before they make a whole series out of that. Mr. Jameson saying, some of you got juice. Let's get your phone and laptop paired. I want this article up on the website and social media pronto. Peter says, I've got no coverage. Towers are down, and Con Ed is saying it could be days before they get everybody powered up again. As James says, the heck are we supposed to do? Sit here with our thumbs up our asses? He's so great. I love him. Peter says, let's fire up the Jenny. The network is down, so we go analog. We can sell papers, actual papers. As we hand them, sell them on street corners, old school. Nobody will have anything to stream or swipe or click. So we'll help the paper with a lot of big boosts of readers. But more importantly, what freaking page am I on? Okay, 24. We help protect the city. Get your papers. And over the next few hours, it grew as hot as inside as outside. People did what they could to stay cool and pass the time. They wouldn't have known they were being hunted if not for Peter. Read all about it. The street's going to be extra dark tonight because there's a serial killer on the loose. Look at Jameson. The streets are going to be extra dark tonight because there's a serial killer on the route. I love this dude. Says NFTs are trash outside of VeVe, to be honest. It depends on what you look at. Like a lot of them, yeah. A lot of them outside of VeVe are just JPEGs. However, some JPEGs are better than others. Again, the stuff that Raul Powell's buying, you buy what you like. Pokemon NFTs are any type of art. You just buy what you like. You buy what makes you happy. So maybe Raul Powell is buying what just makes him happy, and that's probably part of most of his purchases. But I feel like some of the stuff that he's buying is not just to make him happy. It's probably as an investment as well. CryptoPunks are good ones. Yes, CryptoPunks, I believe, are good ones. Mr. Epson was, hi, Sketchlab. And you had to scroll way up to see Sketchlab, didn't you? Where's he at? Oh, yeah. Hi, Randy. Oh, okay, let's keep going. I want to finish this comic before sunrise. How much for a paper? $10. Oh, my God. Mr. Jameson, $10 for a paper? $10? Okay, give me a $5. Your loved ones may die before the night is out. Oh my God, we need to hire this dude for VeVe. He's gonna, your loved ones will die if you don't get this NFT. Unless you read the Daily Bugle. Read about the Skinner. Oh, and somebody snatched that paper from him saying, give me that. Oh, who is this? This isn't a library. Give me $20. Photo credit. Oh, it's the lady. It's the investigative reporter. Think Peter Parker. There's now a law against disseminating photos of crime scenes without the permission of the victims or police. Oh my God, he tells her to F off. Oh my God, what a freaking hero. I'm protected by the Fourth Estate. I think it means Fourth Amendment. Says, you want to try me? I want to bring in Parker for questioning now, or I'll arrest you. Where is he? Oh, and then Spider-Man comes in. Oh, get him, girl. Get him. Oh, Spider-Man's going to MJ. He's like, MJ? I think I've got a long night ahead of me, but I wanted to check in and see how your audition went. Oh, yeah, that's right. She's stuck on the train. Like, where are you? And then somebody died while reading A Streetcar Named Desire. That sounds horrible. Probably a playwright. If they killed MJ in the first comic, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to find whoever wrote this. If they killed MJ in the first fucking comic, I'm going to lose it. Okay, hold on. Thank you for reading the Daily Bugle. Have a good night. I think that's MJ. I think that's her. I don't think there's no way they killed. Like, why do writers hate Peter Parker so much? I wonder how much cash he's got. There's a predator on the loose. Don't be among the hunted. Read all about it. Oh God, they pull up gas on him. They pull up. Oh my God, some serious heat. Not really that serious, but how about let's unload those pockets, old man. Oh damn! They shot him through the hand. They shot him through the hand. This is a good freaking comic. Who shot? Oh, is that the predator? Oh, they're like, oh shoot, what is that? Oh my God, the predator. Yo, I hope the predator's been killing like nothing but bad people. I would be okay with that. Oh, they're trying to smoke him. Trying to smoke him. Oh, these robbers are trying to smoke him. Oh, damn. Wait, did he just kill the old dude? Because I don't know if that was the old dude or not. Looks like it. He just got with a headshot. You shouldn't be out here. You're not strong enough. Is the predator speaking? The city can be a dangerous place, especially in the dark. I feel like this is Kraven the Hunter. I feel like this is definitely Kraven the Hunter. But before you run back to your nest, little mouse, and you should run, what was it you were saying about this predator? Oh, oh my God, this is a good comic. To be continued. This is a good comic, boys. This is a mm, 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 mm. Let me. Oh my God, Alan, where am I at? All right, let me go to. Yeah, this is really good. Should probably get another one. This okay. Hold on. Let me post to X because this is a really good comic. 100% worth the read. This was really good. This was really fun. I'm gonna at VeVe. Gonna $ OMI. Thank you. While I read this live, this was so much fun. Oh, this is good. Garlic Powder says your hat dirty as fuck. Yeah, it's got some dog hair on it. Got some doggo hair. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. So every one of y'all can comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you. I'll tell you all later. Bye-bye. My life is a party.